I'm not an attorney, but I've helped him get on the Zoom and do some of his paperwork. Long story short, he has not had income to hire an attorney. So he
Ma'am,
got this
ma'am,
paperwork from y'all that
ma'am,
indicates where he
ma'am, hold on,
can.
ma'am, hold on just a second. I can't comment on any of that, and none of it is relevant to this case here today. So I don't want to waste your time or anyone else's time because none of it would be applicable in an eviction case, right? His interest in the property, if he can prove it up, he needs to file that in a different court. I don't have jurisdiction. I can't make that decision. That's the reason I'm saying it's, you can tell me if you want, and after we're done with everybody, I'll listen to it. But it's not going to make a difference one way or the other because I have no authority to make a decision on that or even to tell you how to handle it. My suggestion is that you hire an attorney. If you can't afford one, then proceed without one. But it's not going to be in this court. And I can tell you that it's far more complicated than what you think it is.
No, that's not what I was going to say to you. You're doing a jury trial for the eviction.
Right.
Can you give a longer period of time because he's already called an attorney that he's trying to get everything done with?
So evictions have time limits in which they need to come before the court, right? Now, he filed for a jury trial and he paid the fee and he's entitled to that. On a normal basis, we give you about a week and we schedule it, but we have the holidays right now. So because of that, it's going to take a little bit longer. So I've already indicated that it's going to be after the holidays. The second issue is if you're going to do discovery, traditionally you're going to get 30 days to do discovery. So you can get at least that much time before you get
That's
to
what we
trial.
want.
But I
Thank you.
cannot arbitrarily just say, well, I'm going to give you 2 months, 3 months.
No.
Mr. Daves has to agree to it. There's many other factors that go into it that I cannot control.
Yes. So that's all we're asking is if the majority of the time that's allowed, 30 days or whatever you will allow, so that he can do his discovery and this attorney that's starting to assist him will work with him to do that.
Well, that'll be between that attorney and Mr. Daves on what they agree on. There's
Okay.
not a question of the maximum amount of time that I can allow because it already is going beyond that. It's already going beyond the 21 days from when the case is filed.
Okay.
That's
21
the
days,
time
20
period
years.
you normally would have.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 So basically you're saying he needs to get this done.
Like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Because
needs
I've got all the receipts, so I can get that done. I've got receipts from day one that I've been in the house.
That's, speak with Mr. Daves about it. I'm sure he's going to be open to talk to you, that you can show him the documentation. I'm sure he'll show to you everything that he has. But like I said, it's going to be a lot of legal jargon, and it's not just what you read on the paper, but it's what the law says. And that's something that you need an attorney for.
Okay.
All right. Good luck to you all. You're all free to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, may I ask Mr. Trevino for his phone number so I can communicate with him later?
Yeah,
Sure,
it's
Mr. Trevino, or ma'am, if you can send it to him via, because we're on live right now, so I'd rather you not make
Understood.
it public. If you can just send the message down below where it says chat and then look for his name on there and then send him directly before you hang up.
can you do that?
Okay.
And
No
include your
problem.
email address as well. I think that might be helpful too.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. You
Thank
can
you, Your
go
Honor.
ahead and mute yourselves while you're doing that. Thank you very much. Have a
Okay.
good day.
Connie Hendrick here for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramirez, I need you to unmute yourself and, well, you already unmuted, sorry. Turn your camera on, please.
Okay.
All right, there we go. All right, have you all had an opportunity to speak about this case, Ms. Hedrick?
We have not.
Is this something that would be beneficial, do you think, or do we need to move forward?
I think we need to move forward, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ramirez, if you'll please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. And just one real quick thing, Mr. Ramirez, I just want to make sure you're not driving. I don't think you are.
No. I'm
Yeah,
parked.
just to make sure that you're not.
Yes.
Let's see here. Okay, all right. Ms. Hendrick, you may proceed.
Thank you. This lease was entered into in July of 25 and is still in a force and effect. This is an eviction sought for non-payment of rent, and the rent is $1,275. Due to non-payment, a notice to vacate was issued on October 8th of this year, asking that the tenant leave by November 9th. It is a 30-day notice, and the notice was sent via certified mail, and there is a proof of mailer showing that it was delivered to an individual at that apartment on October 11th. The past due rent is $3,528, which includes a small balance for September, the full monthly rent for October, November, and a prorated rent for December. And that amount does total 3,528. There's a certificate of last known address and a declaration regarding military service in the file. And
All
with
right.
that, I rest.
Okay, Mr. Ramirez, do you have any payments that you've made or any credits that you believe you're entitled to that you did not receive?
It's because look, I don't know if I'm gonna have the time to how I call explain myself and everything, but it's because I have actually tried to pay rent. Cause look, all this started once I moved in. Supposedly I had gotten a month of free rent, right? So ended up October went by. Then the how you call it, they told me that I was late behind my rent. So I made my how you call it my pay
Your
what is
payment?
it called, well, I basically paid rent, right? So I went, and at that time there was another manager where supposedly she didn't put in my money orders. So that's where all this started going on. I went, the new manager that's there helped me out, and I barely went. Well, I mean, here she is. I tried to go to her the day that how you call it, I got the notice. I went to her, and I told her that if I could, how you call it, pay it. She said, if you don't pay it before, I don't remember if it was before 12 or 1, I wasn't able to pay it anymore. So that happened. I ended up getting the eviction notice. Supposedly, on my understanding, I wasn't able to pay rent till we went to court. Till barely she called me about last week to tell me that if I was still here in the apartment, that I could pay it. So, like, I'd rather just wait to court and see what happens, because I'm actually willing to pay rent.
Okay. So when you said that you had made payments previously with the previous manager, did they finally give you that credit, or are you claiming that you were never
No,
given
no,
that?
no. The manager that's right now in the position, she actually was able to help me out,
Okay,
and she said that she had taken care of everything out. But then that's whenever this situation happened, and I even went. I tried to talk to the young lady that was right there, and I told her that if she could, how you call it, because they're not taking money orders anymore. They're doing it by web page, which I told her that I wasn't able to because I had lost the login and I wasn't able to log in. And she told me just go back, how you call it, just to try to log in again and say that I had lost my login, which I haven't been able to. So I don't know if there's something that I could pay it. Like I said, I'm willing to pay rent.
Ms. Hedrick, do you have any questions for the witness?
Um, no, I would encourage him strongly to visit with the apartment manager. I believe Miss Gutierrez is also on the line here, and maybe they can make arrangements for payment.
Oh,
All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and make my ruling, then I'm gonna explain to you, Mr. Ramirez, what it is that you can do procedurally
yes,
to
sir.
kind of see if you can put yourself back on track, okay?
Yes, sir.
Find that the monthly rent is $1,275. The past due rent prorated through today is $3,528. The appeal bond will be set at $2,550. Now, what that means is that you can appeal my decision. You can post a bond to do so. That'll
Okay.
cost you $2,550 if to pay it in cash. Now, if you had the cash, then you wouldn't be in this situation, right? So I understand that that's probably not possible. Your second option is you can go through a bonding company. They're commercial companies that you pay a percentage and then they guarantee the rest. However, that's more popular and common in criminal cases, not so much in the civil side. And so the rules are a little bit different, not rules here in the court, but the rules for the bonding companies on how they do those. Your third option is to file an application of inability to pay. If you're unable to pay that and it's determined that that is in fact correct, then it can be waived. However, you still are required to pay the monthly rent to the in cash to the registry of the court. And that has to be paid every month until this case is heard on appeal, which can take between 5 and 6 months. If at any time you don't make that monthly rent and do so on time, then you lose your case. It's just as simple as that, right? So you have to continue paying the rent. Now, you have 5 days from today to file that appeal. However, the 5th day lands on a weekend and the Monday is not a full day. The court's not open until 5. So you actually have until Tuesday of next week to file your appeal. Okay. If you do not get that done properly, then Ms. Hendrick, on behalf of her client, can file the writ of possession to come in to turn that writ of possession over to the constable's office so they remove your property from the apartment. Now that can take anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks before that happens. So I only tell you that because you have between now and the time that you need to file that appeal to speak with Ms. Gutierrez to see if there's something that you can work out, how you can get it paid. And then that way they don't file the writ of possession, or they choose or opt not to file the to have the judgment entered against you, okay? But you need to stay communicating with the landlord, you know, the manager, in order to prevent any of those other things from happening. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You have any
And
questions?
that would be having to, how you call it, the options that you gave me was basically I have to go talk to the young lady in the office, right, and see if we could work something out.
That's correct. And you have between 1 and 2 weeks before they come in and take your property out of your unit.
Okay.
So make sure you work on that quickly, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This is a lease that's in effect. It was entered into February of this year and runs through January of 26. The monthly rent is $1,663, and this eviction is sought for non-payment of rent. Due to non-payment, a notice to vacate was issued on August 9th of this year, asking that the tenant leave by October 9th. It was a 30-day notice, and it was sent via certified mail. And there is a proof of mailer showing that it was delivered on September 11th. The past due rent is an even $5,900, which includes an August balance and then the full monthly rent for September, October, and November, and December is prorated.
Can you give me the past due balance again?
5,900.
Even?
Even.
Okay.
And there's a declaration regarding military service in the file as well.
All right. Ms. Soto, are there any payments that you've made or any credits that you believe you're entitled to that you did not receive?
No, I had the money back in October, yes. And I went and talked to somebody at the office, and I was only missing $300. And she said, you have to pay the full balance. And I said, well, I'm only short $300. And she said, well, you need to come and talk to the manager. But before that, I had told her, I'm going through some cancer treatment right now at this moment. And when I had the money, something else happened, and my car broke, and I had to fix the car with the money that I had. Because I know that I was going to be going to the doctor, you know, for my visits and possibly treatments already. So that's why I had to use that money.
And Ms. Soto, I'm sorry to hear about your health situation. I know that this can be a very difficult time, especially during the holidays, when it's cold. All of these things are factors, and I understand that. But even if you had paid the amount that you had and you were only short the $300, you still would have been in this situation, even if that they did accept that payment. It wouldn't have made a difference. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm not, it's not my intent to make you feel bad in any way. It's not the situation. All I can do is explain to you legally the circumstances and what the consequences of decisions are, right? You made a choice that for you was a life choice that you had to make, for your treatment, to be able to get to your treatment. And I understand that. I understand how difficult that can be. But ultimately, the rent was not paid. And that's the reason that we're here now. Ms. Hendrick, do you
Yes.
have any other questions for Ms. Soto?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
All right. I find that the monthly rent is $1,663, that the past due rent prorated to today is $5,900. The appeal bond will be set at $3,300. Ms. Soto, I already explained to the gentleman before me how to go through that process to appeal. I hope you were listening to that because all of it applies to you the same way. Between now and then, my suggestion to you is to go speak with Ms. Gutierrez or to speak to some of the person in management there to see if you can work something out between now and the time that that you have to appeal this, or the time that a writ of possession is filed. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Right. Do you have any questions?
I understand.
Do you have any questions, ma'am?
No, I will. I will go. Soon to talk to them. Right now, it's just that it's been hard with my treatments. It's not easy. But I will go. I will go and talk to them at the office.
All right. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.